Thank you. It's my pleasure. Of course, Asnan is the backbone, like Shahid and like Chole, of this Sadiq International Virtual University. He's a master crafter. He's an engineer by profession. He's a senior manager e-learning with IMU in Malaysia. Hasnain manages and leads e-learning team consisting of instructional designer, graphic designing, multimedia design, LMS administrator, portal management, providing all aspects of online, blended, open, and distance learning. He has huge contribution to the international system through the IMUS in massive open online courses like MOOCs. And we're starting the MOOCs program at Sadiq Virtual University soon, God willing. He also does the instructional design in e-learning strategies. He's a module coordinator for e-learning for health professional education, postgraduate certificate, diploma, and master's of health professional education in Malaysia. He has more than 25 years hands-on experience with implementing e-learning and technology-enhanced learning in higher education. Asnan holds a Master's of Science Computer Science degree from University of Science Malaysia, Penang, Malaysia. And if you'd like to know more about him, his LinkedIn page and details about YouTube channel are available, and they will be connected to or they'll be posted on the Sadiq International Virtual University platform. Over to you, Hasnan. Welcome, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Prof. Shavi, for such a great introduction. And it's always my pleasure to actually share and learn from this platform. So that's once again, thanks for all participants who joined in on time. And the recent news is the co-founder of ChatGPT actually, someone saying is resigned or someone saying is fired from the parent company, and now he's launching another product. So I will share later on at the end what he's planning. So looking at the title, I have to put a disclaimer and remind everybody, technology will be never at a driving seat. So pedagogy will always come first. So use all this, what we are going to discuss, just a tool, okay? And I will actually start, right? And feel free to put in the chat anything which is not clear. It would be nice if you interact more. 1.5 hours will be very fast if you interact with me, interact with all of us, okay? So let's move on. What I'm going to cover briefly, I will talk introduction, like education, how technology plays a role. Then I will dive into the core topic, and that is about AI. And inside AI, we have machine learning, deep learning, and the talk of the town is actually generative AI or Gen AI. Sometimes they call that, right? And at the later stage, I will be sharing with you applications, which actually will be very helpful, how we could use these applications to generate content, even creating lesson plans or even rubrics, very powerful tools. And the latest version of ChatGPT, they merge graphic design element, which was in another application, but it actually now merged with ChatGPT. So if you are going to subscribe, I'm not promoting, I'm not going to get commission from ChatGPT, but I'm just sharing with you now they can generate images from your prompt. So I will touch a bit on that, different applications, and meantime in the chat, I will be keeping an eye on the chat, and if you have any questions, I will address. Okay, what do you think? These images I have actually generated using applications. I just write prompt, and the middle one, I just add one word. I want wearable computing. So you notice our application I will be sharing later on, the application I use to generate these images. So it actually, and all these images are actually no copyrighted. It's between the way we generate prompt and our AI algorithm generates mix of different images, and that's how actually I have generated. So it all depends. on our infrastructure or our resources available at our institutions. So you see, maybe on the extreme right side, a lot of us are very familiar, right? Where we have a lot of text, a few monitors, maybe headphone there, and then we move on. So middle one is where I change a prompt little bit and ask the algorithm to have included, wearable computing or AI. Okay. Now, how many of you could decode or decipher this image? I think those from medical background, they are very uh, well aware of. That was how medical students were taught. It's a real operation theater at the ground floor, and on the top, the balcony or gallery where students are actually standing and observing. And that's how we learned in the past, right? So now I'm moving very fast forward, okay? I can't remember which year will be was this image taken. Anyone can put in the chat. Let's see. 1950s, 60s, 70s, 40s. Anyone have any idea? Oh, 1840s. Wow, 1940s. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
1937.
37. Okay. Thanks. And Prof. Shebi said that I learned this way. Yeah, so this is how it was. And if you ask me, this balcony, this room, this environment, to me is tool and technology, okay? Because it solves the problem. So let's move on. Fast forwarding. Okay, thanks for muting the mic. Using the mannequins or models, equipped with applications, softwares embedded inside, and that's how we teach. Now, moving what we are talking now, right? So this is what, again, I use another application for, yeah, okay. I use an application to actually generate another image. So what I prompt the algorithm, I want a medical education student wearing virtual reality goggle and learning anatomy of human body. So that's why you notice, and I have actually changed some prompts. If time permits, I will show you how actually algorithm changes the images. Okay. Now, immersive learning. Lot of terms. I think you will agree with me. Now, a lot of companies and a lot of applications, they are caching up and putting AI label. Actually, they are not AI enabled. They are not close to even artificial intelligence, even not a level of intelligence. Okay. So I give you some terms like a lot of people, they use virtual reality, augmented reality, and consider them as artificial intelligence applications. No, that can provide some kind of means where we can apply artificial intelligence applications, but there are two different applications. Voice is not good. How about others? Can I confirm?
It's fine. It's audible.
Okay.
I can hear
Thanks.
clearly. No problem.
Okay.
Biometry.
Right. So those who could not hear me, please re-log in. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Muna, for the feedback. Okay. Immersive learning. So nowadays, yes, we could use immersive learning to apply our AI-enabled applications, but immersive learning is separate. Uh, uh, without technology also, I can give you one example. One of our professor, now he's retired from IMU, Prof. Victor Lim. So he called me to assist him. I'm talking about 6 years ago, before COVID, assist him in conducting a poll during his class, 250 class, and he was talking about viruses and all that. And he told me, just come to my class for first 5 to 10 minutes, run the poll using some poll everywhere software, and after that you can leave. It was so mesmerizing that I stayed there for 3 hours and listening to him. So he was actually creating that immersive learning environment without any tool, his voice, his storytelling ability, the way he delivers and talks about different viruses. A non-medical person actually engaged and stayed there for 3 hours. And at the end of the lecture, he asked me why you were staying there for 3 hours. I told him, Prof, your lecture was so interesting that I would like to learn more and listen. So immersive learning, right? But nowadays, if you look at the image, there are a lot of hardwares or platforms which could make us more immersive, right? Now, current tense, I will just touch a bit. And if anyone interested in, you can actually ask more, then I can explain. What we could do with AI, we could increase personalization when it comes to learning or when it comes to delivering the material, because behind algorithm could actually do profiling, and they can adjust, they can even modify. And if you, how many of you not using ChatGPT? With some of the countries, yeah, there is a ban, but I think most of you already have tried. So there is a feature called regenerate. So the moment you can regenerate, or if the answer given by ChatGPT is not easy to understand, you can just say elaborate. With one word, you could actually personalize the content. So same feature we could apply in our teaching and learning ecosystem. Now, virtual patients, very hard to train simulated patients. And I think those who have pool of simulated patients, they are very lucky in the past. Nowadays, what you need to do, you need to copy all the conversation you have with your patients in a text form or in a voice form or a video form, feed into ChatGPT. Or I will now change, I will not use ChatGPT, I will just use generative AI applications, okay? I don't want to promote particular because I'm not getting any commission from them. So we could actually use generative AI algorithm, feed into all recordings. The more data we could feed in, the more smart or accurate scenarios can be generated from that generative AI algorithm or applications. And you could generate these virtual patients. And nowadays, with this HoloLens, you could wear that goggle and you could even write, I want male, age, this, sickness, and that person will be virtually created by AI application, and you could actually interact with that patient. And I have actually tested one of the application. Amazing. And you could, it's a HoloLens, which is actually a mixed reality. So you could put that virtual patient, if you are having a table in front, you can drag and put it on the table or on a chair, and collaboratively we could interact with that patient. So that is where AI is coming up. Adaptive learning and assessment, you key in what you want to achieve, algorithms will test you where you are, and it could actually push content according to your level, and it could track your performance, progress, and accordingly it will adjust adjust the material and adjust the assessment also. Okay. Now, chat-based learning. You go to any website, mostly like hoteling or airlines or government ministries in developing countries. The moment you go to the website, suddenly chat pop-ups, a chat box will appear there. Most of these chat box are run by chatbot, and behind now they are integrating um, generative AI algorithm to answer your questions and queries. So how we could, I have tested in my international medical university. We use chatbot, and we fed into all for last 6 to 7 years of frequently asked questions. And now most of the queries answered by that chatbot. Our help desk or frontliners are actually relaxing now, doing some more high order thinking or high level jobs or tasks. Right. Augmented textbooks. So you could give the URL of a textbook, and if publishers have agreement with these generative AI algorithms, they could contextualize to your environment. Even they could translate the latest version of generative AI or ChatGPT. They can translate into multiple languages. So you feed in the textbook, it will create augmented interaction on top of textbooks. Now, game-based learning. So normally we have been using all these terms or all these methodologies way back 50 years, 40 years, 30 years ago. We were using all this, but now with AI, we could actually make it more interesting and engaging. Like in game-based learning, the AI algorithm will keep on challenging you and keep on adjusting the level of challenge according to your level of performance, or whatever performance level you have set. Once you have achieved, or if you are very close to it, the AI algorithm will not let you give up. It will give you customized feedback and engage you to complete that. How do you feed a textbook into? Oh yeah. Nowadays, most of the textbooks, they are in a digital form. I will show you one application I have tried. You could actually just put the URL and ask them to summarize. And with the latest version, it could create avatar of myself, and I don't need to do that summary. That that application could actually do that, and even generate questions from that textbook. Yeah, PDF or even URL. If URL and publishers allow these generative AI algorithms or companies that they can access that content, yes, they can do. We will try. I will show you some of the applications, and I was shocked and amazed the way they generate lessons. Nowadays, even latest version, they allow you to customize. Like if I am a professor of anatomy and I have a lot of materials, I can buy ChatGPT or generative AI algorithm and feed in to all my lecture slides, and I can label that Chat GPT or generative AI application as professor of SNAN in bracket anatomy, and I can ask my students, please go interact with that. And amazing, the result. A lot of universities actually trying now. Sometime we are tired, being a human, we can't even recall 10 years ago if someone asked a question, what was my best answer, can't recall. But with the help of this generative AI, if all the data is fed in, that's the power of these artificial intelligence algorithms. They could recall, they can match the keywords, they could actually mine the data, more the data, huge data, better results we could achieve. Okay, right, so let's move on and just scan this QR code or type in slido.com in any of your device and key in this code 4096825. And what I want you to do, share in few words, like what are the state of technology enhanced learning at your institution. You could share some of the applications. Don't share secrets, okay? I'm not requesting that. Oh, someone shared the code. Wow, that's great. I need to decode this. What is this? This is actually our code, slido.com. So you are in already. Just type in what are the applications or how you're using technology for enhancing learning. Okay. So Hela, right. If you are having difficulty in using this Slido, you can type in the chat. I could see a few participants are typing. That's good. Yeah, LMS like Blackboard. Yeah, most of the LMS they are actually incorporating AI enable content design and generators. Yes, simulators. Wow, that's great. That's a very powerful area where AI could help us a lot. I will be sharing with you some examples also. We have come up with the crime scene scenario design and development in 360 degrees. So we use a lot of AI tools. Scenario was actually given by one of our forensic expert, and we try to regenerate that scene using that. Flip classroom, yes. Animated games, great, wow. Very powerful. If anyone interested in, you could use Beyond. They have AI also. You just type in your prompt, the more complex prompt, challenging questions you ask AI algorithms or AI enabled application, they could generate very powerful results or very interesting result. What is enhanced learning? Wow, very good question. And that is very subjective also. If anyone who's struggling in learning the basics, but with the help of technology, you are enhancing. I can give you one example of how we learn the viscosity of different liquids or different materials. Very hard to explain. Honey is viscous, and water is less viscous. I'm just giving example. But with the help of technology, we have now gloves with the haptic sensor, so they can make you feel like how honey will be, unless you have the honey available for everybody to test, that is a different scenario. So that's what we mean by enhanced learning, or improvement in change in behavior or improvement in grades, right? Virtual classroom, yes. Analytics, very powerful, yes. AI could extract patterns way ahead of scientific data engineer. That's the beauty of AI. Yes, clinical skill labs, yeah. Moodle with case-based scenario, yes. We also using case-based scenarios, yeah, at IMU, and lately we are incorporating AI, like for patient history taking part of that virtual case-based scenario done by AI-enabled chatbot. Okay, so let's wait for one more few more seconds, and then I will move on. Thanks for actually sharing all that. Can anyone elaborate what is this UMS? How can we incorporate it in our institute? Okay, it all depends what you want to achieve, Dr. Salma. But to let you know, you have already incorporated. If you are using Office online, Google online documents, they are already embedded inside. The moment you type or reply emails, the text will appear. That is a basic level of AI, which actually they have incorporated. Okay, thanks for great engagement. Let's move on. Okay, those who knows, just excuse me. Those who don't know, I will just explain to you. I was very lucky when I was doing my master's 22 years ago. I think in 1999 from USM. And at that time, they taught us neural networks, natural language processing. And when I searched, open newspapers, there was no jobs mentioning these words. So I actually went to the dean and asked what kind of subjects you are teaching to us. All the way I came from Pakistan to learn. And he said, just wait, Hasnan. And the same dean by chance is with us in IMU, and I met him and he said, Hasnan, how? So after 20 years, AI is everywhere. So what is AI? AI, the basic concept is about mimicking human intelligence. How many of you can recall that who taught you to button your shirt, or who taught you to chew the food? Anyone can recall? Your mother, okay, yes. Yeah, but I cannot recall because it's all because the way I observe, maybe my mother was doing that. So what I'm trying to highlight here, there are a lot of things which we learn ourselves, because of the surrounding, because of like our siblings or our, brothers, sisters, or even mother or parents, they are doing that act.
The necessity actually.
Sorry?
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's good. Yes, thanks. So what I was trying to highlight, like how human learn, and very well said, necessity is mother of invention. So when we need it, we will try to learn fast. So how we mimic this behavior when it comes to computer applications. So that's why we call that as artificial intelligence. Okay. So I will make like a big circle that is artificial intelligence. A smaller circle is machine learning. And then more specialized algorithms, which we call deep learning. Okay, so machine learning is subfield of AI, right? I will cover very fast because main idea is not to master you about these algorithms and all that because it's very fast. Yeah, so this is how it works. So you may have some models, or before even you have an input. Here I just use a single set or single type of input, feed into model, and model can predict the output, and then we check whether it's, what is the error rate. And here we have a training data set where we could feed in what is our expected outcomes. Okay, and then we start comparing. So if our model give us output according to our expected outcome or output, then we fix that model that it is achieved that learning, and we roll it out as users can use that model. So we normally don't modify that model. So that is so happen that Chat GPT or generative AI, we have been trying. When we say we have been the scientists behind, the engineers using AI. AI, the first time this term coined in 1950, in 50s. So it so happened that this generative AI or Chat GPT was such a nicely set model or algorithm and hand over to public, and public start using it. Public mean in general people, right? So now here, what we mean by here I'm differentiating between supervised learning, where you have an expert who is checking how is the model performance. In unsupervised, once you train the model, you can send, and model can actually learn on their own. Okay, without any expert intervention to the model adjustment and all that. So here, deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of artificial intelligence where we could use neural networks. It's the same concept like how our neurons are connected. Sometimes some part of the day, you yourself will perform very well, or certain days that's your day, because it all depends how nicely your neurons are connected, how nicely you could recall the information, or you could recall the experiences in the past, and that can apply, and you could actually generate very good results. Okay. So neural networks, allowing them to process more complex patterns. So let me tell you, if you have structured problems, don't give to AI. Unstructured problem, complex problems, yes, give to AI. AI could actually perform better. And then if it's structured problem, you can come up with the solutions or set of solutions. Give those set of solutions to AI or neural networks and ask them. We even studied genetic algorithm. It's the same concepts, like we try generate the way we human being evolved, like offsprings and parents, how we combine and genetically we get more stronger. So same way we use genetic algorithm. The first time I learned about that, I could not believe it. So I asked my professors at that time. So he said, okay, let's try. So give me some solutions. So we studied complex graphic designing issues or problems. And based on our experience, we give the solutions and feed in to a genetic algorithm, and they produce results. We again feed in back to algorithm, and it could actually generate better results. Okay, so this is how, in layman term, I'm explaining neural networks, genetic algorithm, machine learning. Okay, and here generative AI is also a subset of deep learning. Deep learning is very specialized algorithm trained for similar set of data. And in generative AI, we are using natural language processing, and how human being learn or discover information. We apply the same concept, but with the help of computing power, with the help of big, huge data or data set we have, that's how our generative algorithms can outperform human in that aspect, right? Any questions so far? All okay? Yes, learning by observing a role model. Okay, this was the previous feedback.
So excuse me.
Yes, please.
So could you please once again just tell what is generative AI?
Okay, generative AI is, in a simple term, will generate answers based on the data you have fed in. So they are keep on learning and digging or mining the data and giving you answers from, sometimes the answers are given from your queries, from prompts. So that's why I was telling you prompt is very critical. The more complex, more accurate prompt you could give to algorithm could mine accurately. For example, how we go and discover information. If we want cohort number so and so in year 2020, what was the performance? So we may have folders, we may have files. So how we arrange, and we will go and particularly pick that particular file of that cohort, then only we could get high chance of accurate data. Same way, prompt will guide algorithm to go and generate the answers. Okay, hope it's
Can you
clear.
regard ChatGPT as generative AI?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. ChatGPT is a generative AI. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay.
जाइए
Right.
बुध को बताइए बता दें
Yeah, there's someone talking at the behind. Can you mute, please? Okay, thanks. Okay. So we have large language models. So this is another term where what they did, they try all the conversation. They're trying all the conversations a human being can make. They try to put into that models. Okay, and based on that models, they try to answer your queries. So that's why it is fun to. I've been using this chatbot. If maybe some of you are already aware of, way back, Microsoft Office have a clip, and you double click that clip, it will ask you how I can help you, how I can assist you. But it was very boring because same repetitive words that he or she will use or that clip will use. But nowadays, with the help of these large language models, our algorithms are performing way better, and we are enjoying. That's why we are willing to pay. We are willing to pay even to subscribe. Okay, don't worry about PowerPoint. We can actually, I can share with you, right? No issue in that. Okay, so here I'm just trying to again explain. Someone asked a question also, predictive machine learning model. You have data and you have labels. So this is where we are trying to train our model. If I'm going to show image of a table with 3 legs, and I will label it table. and then I will feed into that model. I'm making it very simple. Okay, it's not as simple as I'm trying to explain here. Okay, right? And then they will produce output and label it. So that's how we are learning, right? And then, sure, I will answer that question, Dr. Mohammed Asif. Then we have unstructured content. Here, we will just give that. Once the algorithm is trained, we could use the same algorithm and it could learn based on that pattern in the upper flow with the help of our experts. With this labeling of data, we could actually get, this is where generative AI model could predict. For example, in this upper flow, we only show images of cars or animals like dog, cat, horse, and suddenly we gave in the second round fox image. It will able to identify that it is not belonging to any category which I was trained, but I can predict. I can predict that this may be a new category. So you may be surprised if that generative AI model have some knowledge of animals categories. It may even label that fox as a fox category. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to explain, how machine learning keep on learning. So most of these softwares you think is free, but they are improving their algorithm. They are sharing the data you are feeding in. So don't ever share your personal or secret data or your strategy of your institutions to these generative AI models until unless you subscribe to them and you sign non-disclosure agreement with that company. Then whatever your staff feed in, they will be not able, or they are liable to secure it. It will be not able to share with public or share with anybody else. So this is how they are learning. So they are actually improving their algorithms continuously. And that is where way back somebody asked me about detecting detecting AI enable text. So I immediately said very hard. Even there are Turnitin, there are few ChatGPT 0 also, but not accurate, not 100%. Now, what is the difference between automation and AI? Automation is automating something like by doing, for example, you see, last time we used to go stand up and change the channel of our television by the knob. You know, we twist the knob, then the buttons come in, and then the remote control. So remote control is automation. Now AI is a totally different thing. You know, you could use AI to guide you if you feed in all the data, the readiness of your staff, literacy, information literacy, or IT level or IT savviness of your staff, feed into AI. AI could guide you that so-and-so department you should automate first because they are ready. Their processes are there, their hardware, their resources are available. So overlap, but two different things. Okay, hope it's clear now, right? Okay, let's move on. Yes, so you notice here the labels, the output label is number, class, category, and all this is done based on probability, you know, because in the large language model, they know how many times a particular word, and they know this word is verb, noun, or whatsoever adjective comes with which other word next to it in their large model. So that's why they could actually, based on your prompt, they know the answer, but the way they regenerate the sentences based on their probability, statistics behind there. And here you have unstructured content, and new content could be your natural language processing or natural language format, you know. That's why even if you go nowadays, voice enabled applications are there where you could ask that application to generate image, audio, video, or even application code. Like, no need to learn languages. You only need to learn how to give proper prompt to your generative AI algorithms. and they could give you code. You no need to worry about knowing the syntax of each and every line. If that code is fed in, one of my colleague in IMU, he used ChatGPT and solved one of the problem in relabeling 200 folders, and each folder got different content. So we asked ChatGPT and it generates a script code, and we didn't know any syntax, what is this means, but we run it, it works. So this is what a generative AI model could even generate coding. Yeah, I think now it's very hard to even tell you that I was telling you at the start that every application, can you believe that my rice cooker in my home is AI enabled? And I was discussing and arguing with my wife. She's an engineer also by profession. So I said, what AI is in our rice cooker? You know, why we have paid few hundreds more? You know, but everything is now AI. So if you ask me, there will be no application without AI could survive in near future. So certain level of artificial intelligence will be there. What are the neural networks? It's actually the way our neurons work. So we have layers, input layers, hidden layers, and output layers, and in between we have weights, and all mathematical calculations we do, and we adjust these weights, and we try to reduce the errors at each layer, and output will be amazing. For example, categorizing of data, neural network works very well. One more thing, I can give you another example. If where computers are still struggling, you know, like if you go in a hall and there are hundreds of people talking, and out of those 100 people, you have one of your primary school or your secondary school class fellow or your best friend, you know, you as a human could pick that voice much faster than any computer, you know, or any computer algorithm, because this is where we are very smart. But simple categorization, yes, our neural networks can do amazing work. Okay, hope is clear. If you want to know more, yes, Google, there are a lot of courses on neural networks. I don't know your background, otherwise I could suggest more specific courses. If you are in medical, yes, we are using neural networks for diagnosis and even image processing, radiology, yes, we use that. Okay, so let's move on. Yes,
Hassan,
these are,
I have a question to you.
yes, please, Prof.
Okay, thank you. So far, generative AI, this works with the, you know, the creative ideas, novel problems, autonomously generated many types of the new output, right? But when we are teaching our students, I'm talking about the institution, or say you are running a workshop.
Yeah.
So in workshop, the all participants, they ultimately have minds which they agree to move forward. But here, if you enter the prompt, every prompt, the output will be diverse. So in a situation we are teaching through this generative AI, say in a workshop, then diverse ideas will come up. So agree to agree is somewhere in a teaching learning environment. But here, agree to disagree would always be there. How do you have a consensus with generative AI to ultimately achieve a consensus or an agreement in a learning environment?
Okay, if I understood your question accurately, most of the applications nowadays, the moment you register AI-enabled applications, they will pop up because a lot of people start showing them, you know, because of their, you know, biasness. They're not, because algorithms are algorithms.
No, I'm talking of the prompts, multiple prompts, multiple autonomously generated ideas, right?
Yeah.
So end of the day, we have so many novel ideas, novel problem solving. So which problem solving would be our take? That's my question.
Okay.
Because in AI generated learning, there has always been agree to disagree to most of the thing, because everybody will having different prompt, different output, different prompt, different output. But that is not the case when human minds work together. There is always some, you know, time where we all agree to move forward.
Yeah. I mean, what we are doing, like in neural network, I give you example, right? In neural networks, when they generate results, we need to verify that result, or like in statistics, you use term triangulation, you know. So
Yeah,
if
right.
one AI enable applications giving you results, you need to verify which one is best for my scenario. You need to use another application. So like not all, if I go back, you see here, you see I'm telling you, like algorithms are generated, trained based on certain data set. Now it all depends, if you are lucky enough, the prompt you are giving matches the scenario of that data set on which that algorithm is trained. You will get perfect results. So it all depends, like, if first of all, quality of your prompt and quality of data set on which, or the data set access to that algorithm. That's very important. And if still you get the output and you want to prioritize, you need to use another application to verify. And that's all. And in that, what I was telling you just now, most of the applications, they have this pop-up. Whatever we are going to produce is still a machine generated or artificial. That's the word, artificial generated.
Yeah,
So
that was my point. So ultimately, you need a human mind, right?
yes. And they were saying 80-20 ratio, no? 20% in certain cases, you have to go and verify, you have to clean up, you have to fine tune, because sometimes the results or text generated by these generative AI algorithms does not make sense in real life. Because I can share you, I was actually working few hours.
Thank you for keeping the pedagogy predominantly the take. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, so here there are different applications, and I think some of you asked also questions, and we are not even aware of. Like, you will be surprised, and you go pay attention. Most of you will be using this navigation applications. It so happens smartly every day in the morning during weekdays, my GPS application in the car, the morning first option will be my office, my university name. And during weekends, it's not coming that. During weekend, it will be a shopping mall or something else. So it's learning. Most of these applications, which is sometimes is alarming, or it's like risky also. Hopefully, it will not goes into bad, bad minds, like misusing of this information, because they know, most of these applications will know our lifestyle, our pattern, our preferences, and based on that, they will feed in. Okay, so even like here, cameras nowadays, they can recognize. I think during COVID time, most of the institutions or companies, they have that scanner. They could immediately detect who we are behind the mask also. So amazing. That was like how they use these applications and match games, card games. Nowadays, you don't know, you're playing collaborative games. The other people who are playing with you, they are not actual, they are robots. They are AI algorithms behind it, like shooting games or any other games. Nowadays, autonomous driving cars, they are learning. They are using artificial intelligence and so many other applications, which we even don't know. Thank you for this session and deep diving. Okay, right. Thanks, Prof. Thanks for the prompt. You have actually prompted very nicely. Okay, now let's do it again and share with us how you are using AI applications for teaching and learning. Okay, just share your experiences, or even if you are not using, but you plan to incorporate AI applications for teaching and learning. So same way you can scan this QR code from any device or type in slido.com, or if you still have the previous page, you can refresh. I think it will appear there. Hi, yes, we can hear you. Whoever sent this, hi. Thanks for the feedback. Yes, I'm also learning a lot. Yeah. So let's type in how you're going to use AI applications for teaching and learning. Creating slides, right? I'm just giving clue. SDL, using self-directed learning, is that the one you mean? SDL? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Very powerful. Yeah. Okay. Generating formative case scenarios. Wow. You can go even summative also nowadays, right? Generating material, generating ideas. Yes. So very good. I will share you one application, very, very powerful in decoding your ideas into text, into image, into infographic. Yeah. Dr. Muhammad Anwar Khan may be asking about ChatGPT. I don't know. Can you elaborate more? Reading in the chat. Yeah. Using AI for diagnostic. Wow, that's great. That is something. Wow, that's really the area where AI is actually very powerful. But make sure you have trained the algorithm very well. And as Prof. Shahid highlighted, because at the end, we can't sue, we can't blame computer programs if it goes wrong. So experts need to verify all what is given to us by these algorithms, okay? Okay, writing research papers, yes. Creating cases for, I forget, I don't know what is this acronym, AET-COM sessions, okay? Yeah, you can create cases, but I would suggest give a case and ask these generative AI algorithms to enhance it, to improve, to regenerate those cases. So once you give some cases or a case, they will be very, very contextualized and they know how, from where you are coming, and they will really give you very interesting. For making summaries, yes, very powerful in that. A lot of algorithms, they could summarize lesson plans, yes. Miro to make mind map. Okay, so thanks for sharing this app. Yeah. Writing research articles, yeah, attitude, ethics, and communication. Okay, thanks for explaining that. I should be asking ChatGPT or generative AI. They can generating authentic pages as a stem for well, yeah. But again, I will be repeatedly saying this. You have to be very, very specific, and try work with these algorithms few days before, or few months or few weeks. They will know what's your background. Then when you will type in, if same prompt I will give to my applications, they will produce different results, because I am more in e-learning and technology enhanced learning. So you people will be from medical, yeah. Markdown language, yes, that's very powerful tool. Palette, yes, great, amazing. So that's very, very nice to see a lot of people actually engaging with this. I will be sharing maybe the results with you also later on. How to combine natural language processing, machine learning, AI in various AI-based softwares. They are already combining it. It all depends. Like if you want to interact with customers or users, you use NLP. And if you are doing some predictive analysis, you use machine learning, and AI algorithm will be the core. Cross-checking references, yes. Yeah, we could do that. Elicit is very powerful tool for that, and few others. There are applications coming, I can't even keep track of. I think in our SIVU group, during our Learning Resources Festival, I have shared a toolkit presented by one of our speaker, Prof. Helmi Norman. Very powerful, very nicely he aggregate all. Can you check plagiarism? I think I was telling, like, it's very hard because of machine learning algorithm or the way the application works. It so happened that it's like very hard the way we can't automate open-ended questions marking, because there are 1001 ways to write answer. Even capital letter and small letter in a algorithm in a machine is two different thing. So same way, if you are using, it will be never 100%. So what we are suggesting as a guideline, don't use, I think Prashad also agrees with me, and he also gave the feedback, similar feedback. He said, like, don't rely on assignment, alone as assessment tool. Ask them to present or take another knowledge check or quiz or some other way to verify whatever they have written in that assignment. It's they have learned also, or they understood it. So yes, checking plagiarism, don't invest money, I will not suggest, because machine learning algorithm keep on changing and they are improving a lot. So the algorithm of these detection softwares, plagiarism check softwares, will be outdated very, very fast, because the way machine learning will change the pattern and it will skip. And you could try, like, don't use the first time result given to you by this generative AI algorithm. You click 2-3 times, regenerate, and just go through it and change some words. It will be fail to detect. Okay, thank you. Yeah, no worries. You can always connect. I'm like copy left person. All my slides are actually on SlideShare. I will share with you now. Yes, data analysis creating online outline for lectures and training sessions. Yes, very, very good. I think we all are in the right direction. Again, I repeat, don't completely rely on these answers given to you by these applications. Go through it. I use word like verify. Like when I was creating these slides, I actually check. And yes, someone say LMS. So creation, are you referring to learning management system? Dr. Baha, is that correct? I would say learning experience design, you could use AI. Okay. LMS, I think very structured features, standard features. So a lot of applications, no need to create, just use them. Okay, so thanks once again for creating this very interactive poll. Now, AI applications key elements, we have generalizing the learning process. Okay, the way I'm bringing back you again, like how we learn, how I learned to button my shirt. I can't recall who taught me how to bite, but from the surrounding, and maybe while we were not in conscious or senses, mothers used to talk with us or explain to us. That's like great. And then we apply that learning process in and generalizing it. So that is the key element for any AI application. And reasoning ability. So that's what Paushad was also highlighting, how we could make sure that they're able to reason and argue and, and then problem solving. So these three elements are there in any application. We could call them as AI. Okay. Now, categories of AI, just for, I think most of you already know, we yet to reach even strong AI. Okay. Super AI will be like competing with human. We yet to reach, maybe we just touch a bit on, we just moving forward from narrow and weak AI. That's just my understanding, like, okay, tools, let's move on. And this is the part where most of you will be excited, and some of you may be aware of. Okay, I'm just checking the time. We have, I think, 30 minutes more. Okay, let's share with you the first tool. It's called Gamma. And if you scan this QR code, can we take 5 minutes break? Yes. Good suggestion. So I will be here. We will, but make sure it's 5 minutes. Otherwise, people have to wait long, Is that okay, Dr. Mubashir?
Yes, it's okay. You
Uh,
have some more time. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So we'll wait for 5 minutes and let me put timer. Meanwhile, if anyone have any question, I can take.
Yes, Hasnan,
Yes,
can I take the opportunity of using this time to discuss something? Do you think that using AI is, can you hear me?
yes, Prof. Yes.
Okay,
AI.
do you think do you think using AI is the violation of the academic integrity?
No. How you use? Let me give you example. We submit paper to journals and the Walaikum Salam. Just hold on, yeah, Dr. Salma. Just wait. So I was explaining like what Prof just now raised the question. When we submit papers to journals and journal editors knows that our native language is not English, they will say, okay, let's do proofreading of that article. Who will be doing that proofreading? And we pay money to those proofreaders. They will be native or certified, right? So is that, I'm just giving analogy, okay? Like how you use experts last time in learning. So like if you notice whatever I generated using AI, like in certain countries, they are very strict. They are saying you have to declare that whatever content you are presenting or showing, if it's AI generated, you have to put that disclaimer down there. You can't say this is I who have generated, and then that's where we will get into trouble. Like for example, I give you another scenario where staff is promoted every year based on their performance, and it so happened that department is handling communication. Like they are in sport or help desk. So if they use Chat GPT or they use generative algorithm, they could write very nice responses, and they will get high rating. And this is where how you use that, I would say, like, because we can't go back to the example of calculator. When calculator invented, a lot of people actually rejected and protest. But now without calculator, you can't do assessment, mathematics paper. What I'm trying to highlight here, don't let our learner use the basics. They should not run away how to add manually, but don't load them to every time do this manually when they can actually rely on tool. They could perform or they can do other better jobs rather than doing this tedious or repetitive jobs or tasks. That would be my answer for Shahid. Hope
Okay.
If
you
I
agree.
if I may add here, Mr.
Please,
Hasnan, Mubashir
please.
here.
Yes.
Basically, we are at an inflection point. To me, human or teachers or doctors, they have like maybe 20% to say against AI today. 80% of the workload is already overtaken by AI. Okay. And maybe another, say, 2 years, 5 years down the line, 100% is going towards AI. We will be just nodding our head in yes or no side. Rest is all history. So, how horses changed by cars and
Yeah.
things like that, we are just sitting duck. If we don't learn and progressively evolve, we are gone. Maybe in next 5, 10, 20 years, you will see we will have to have gadgets inside our body to fight this.
Yeah. Variable computing,
But
right?
I think, Mubashir, one should be very strong on its pedagogy, because what I see now these days. For example, I give you example. People have obviated from designing the question tools in terms of, say, for example, SAQ questions are being generated as with the options, right? And then when they do that, because when you feed it and then you ask a question and then you ask multiple choice answer, then it doesn't fit into that. And only a good educator can tell you that this question doesn't fit in an MCQ option, it's an SAQ. And then the generated options which come down, are not really fitting into the MCQ option, and I have seen this mistake done by many qualified educators
Yes.
Yes,
using
Prof. It is all
yeah,
depends on the prompt, how you
yeah,
add prompt. That's how
yeah,
because many don't know how to prompt the machine. And
yeah,
if
that's right.
and if you go to different AI, so if say from ChatGPT you go to Bard or you go to Claude or you to go to Llama 2, you will be
Mhm.
surprised that it is correct.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I have been reminded by Prof. Rashid that 5 minutes break over. Thanks for that. And just to very quickly, there were some comments like about internet issues in certain countries. So I would suggest don't go for synchronous sessions and like this kind of sessions because live streaming is the highest application for bandwidth hungry application. So go for asynchronous, go for lower version. And in my other workshops, when I talk about blended learning, I always say high tech. Normally we focus high tech and low tech, but we never think of no tech. There will be someone in our class, learners, students, they will not have this kind of access. So we always should think about that. So go for that. Yes, co-authors are not allowed. ChatGPT, a lot of journals like that. I totally agree with that, Dr. Muna. A professor with no AI knowledge will be definitely replaced by a professor with who is AI competent. So robots or AI will never replace us. Technology will never, but people who use technology will replace us faster. Okay, why are you giving us QR codes? Okay, this is QR code abbreviated as quick response. So rather than you type in all this full, URLs, you can scan this QR code. There is no viruses, hopefully, no, Dr. Salma. Yeah, QR code easy to access and go ahead. Okay, can't we have your presentation? Yeah, don't worry. I will be sharing this on my SlideShare account. Okay, so I was back to applications and tool. This is first application I am amazed with. And again, a disclaimer, I'm not getting any commission from these applications. I will be sharing most of these applications who have free version. And I will tell you tips and tricks how you could continue using free version. Okay, hopefully after this presentation the companies may change. We should do like anyway. So this is gamma.app. So if you scan this QR code, the other reason of QR code, I will get some credits. So that's the way you could still continue using. First sign up with Gamma, you will get maybe 300 points or coins. So every prompt, 40 points will deduct from 300. So it all depends how frequently you can use. So if you can share in your profile, there is a referral link like the way I have created now. You will add on, keep on getting additional points, and you could continue. I have 4,000 plus points now, so yet to be finished. So you can use this Gamma. Now what it does, great tool. You type in prompt and ask generate lesson or presentation. Let me show you, okay? Very quickly, because I was trying just now. May I know you're seeing my browser?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, this is the Gamma application, right? And I just wrote like this, revolutionize title of my talk, and just want to hear and see what this app is doing. So I can present now what it generates. Okay, it's actually doing, I can scroll down. This is the second slide. And lately they have adding images also, amazing. So evolution of technology in education, interactive learning, distance learning, collaborative tools. Okay, this is personalized learning, automated assessment, virtual teachers. So chatbot could replace our tutorial sessions or students when they are struggling, and sometimes they are in the middle of night, they're doing something and they want us to help. and we are not available, our chatbot, replica of our knowledge will assist them. Okay, benefits and challenges. So this is how it generated efficient teaching, enhanced learning outcomes, and how we could use AI technology in transforming or by using virtual classroom, personalized learning. So this is how it generated this material. And let's go back, exit, and I show you, click home, how it looks like. So you see here, generate new. I click that, it asks you. Now here, most of generative AI algorithm applications are asking you feed in data, feed in more info. So if you have notes and it's not secret, you're not going to apply for patent or copyright, then you can share the text. It will make AI algorithm job very easy to generate content for you or regenerate. Okay, so that is how it will work. User can connect with free version. For Gamma is individual, if you're talking about, but there are some other tools where you can collaboratively do. I will tell you how many. For this is depend on your coins, number of coins you could generate per prompts. So let me show you very quickly. If you have any challenging problem, you can type in the chat and I will produce result for you and you can check. So I'm waiting. I'm giving you anybody who will be pasting first their challenge or scenario. I will copy that. And you see here, they ask you, you want to create website, document, or presentation. And you notice here, I have 7,000 credits. So thanks to all those who scan this QR code, and I'm getting AI and entrepreneurship. Okay. So let me copy this. Okay. Can you elaborate furthermore AI and entrepreneurship for what? Which level, So you see here, I paste that text here.
So it's edupreneurship. Education come entrepreneurship. It's a new term, edupreneurship.
Sorry, my mistake. I put, I pronounce it differently. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try. Let's test. Okay, so you have 100, words to type in, and once you're done, you could actually click next. There are a few more settings you could do, but because of time, so it gives you the outcome. Or is this what? And you're free to change here. Dr. Saida, is this what you were thinking? Definition of AI, definition of ownership, application of AI, personalized learning, intelligent tutoring. Any topic you are free to change. So I want to change here, adaptive learning and assessment. You can change that, and you see, if you are ready, you click continue. 40 credits will gone. Here they ask you to pick your slide themes. Okay, or just click surprise me and click continue, and your content is going to be ready. Is generating. You look at the image. In previously, I have to spend days in generating the first slide image because that's how attention grabber. Nowadays, I will be actually relying a lot on these tools, but sometimes it goes very, very different. So you have to be very careful in selecting the prompt. So let it generate, and I will actually share this. You can download as PDF, and Dr. Saida just know whoever sent this prompt, you can reuse and modify.
Sir. Thank you, sir. So SlideGo does the same.
Sorry?
SlideGo is another app which it is creating same time, but
perfect.
after 1 or 2 times of use, it again asks for a purchase.
Yes. Okay. Someone asked about collaboration. Yes, I now recall here, you could actually invite others to collaborate also to help you in generating the content also. About number of collaborators, I may not be aware of for this application. Okay, so the key is in prompt engineering. Of course, Dr. Muna, Prof. Muna, yes, now highly paid job is prompt engineers. So they are the one who could mine data. It's like if you go back, let me give you example, like in desert or in our villages, I'm talking about 100 years, 50 years ago, when we need to dig the well for water, we need to bring in experienced person to guide us, which would be the right place to dig. And more than 90% is accurate. I don't know what knowledge they got, not AI, but based on their experiences. So same way, if we could get prompt very accurate, it will mine your gold or even diamond, because it will mine appropriate data, which will be very, very helpful. So you see here, I can actually export, download into PDF, and PowerPoint also they allow. Wow, okay. Let me download, and then I can, or even I can share publicly and everybody can access, right? Copy link. One way is I can actually share again QR code, but okay, so let me share this PDF with all of you. Okay, save here. Any question on Gamma application? Don't worry about tools. Just now present me, right? Just now Dr. Saida was saying, yeah, there are so many tools. Test, explore the tool which suits your stereo. You start using that tool and exploring more feature. Will the recorded class? Yeah, the recording will be available on SIVU website, and if they share with me the recording, I will upload on my YouTube channel also. Application in medicine.
Hasnan, I have a question.
Yes, quick one, Prof, because I have to share several
it's a
tools.
prompt. It's a prompt. Can you read in chat box?
Where you have written already?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go through. What AI thinking is about love, can all fall in love? No way, because they don't have these feelings. until unless you have to fed in all your love stories, and then they will learn.
No, I asked, can AI fall in love with the client?
No way. It's not
No way.
trained.
Okay. So
Actually, it's the other way
the
around.
differences of the emotions. The differences of the emotion, right?
Yes, it's the other way around. Client may fall with the application, and after a few years, he or she will realize, oh, I was actually relying on application.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there were a few movies you can actually watch.
अरे आप बैठे रहिए यहाँ लगा
Okay, thanks for muting. Let's move on. There are a few more applications I need to share. Okay. Now, this is chat assistant, AI-enabled chat. This might, Prof, Shayad, you can try this. This is about well-being. This application is very, very specific. For first few prompt, it will be free. The rest, if you really enjoy, then you can subscribe. But again, disclaimer, no commission I'm getting. But it's very powerful. It will, if you scan this, it will be like in your WhatsApp as someone with this Genie name. So
What
it's
is the
very
updated chat GPT currently?
4.2 or something like that, I think. And
4.2.
they are working even 5 on 5.
But 4 onwards or all you have to subscribe, right? The
3.5 above, you need to subscribe. But good news is they are reducing the cost or price.
cost.
Okay, Dr. Muna said there was a paper reporting that AI can have more empathy than true physicians. Wow, need to see on which data that AI algorithm train. I would agree, like, because sometime when you are a human can be biased, because sometime the reaction of patient or people next to the patient or the environment, but algorithm what once fed in, they will 100% follow whatever rules are. So maybe in that aspect, but we need to read. If you could share the paper link, that would be very interesting, right? Okay, so Genie is another application which you could use AI enable for well-being, like how to manage your toxic boss. This application will guide you because it's a chat. They will start guiding you, helping you, how I can manage stress, how. So it's like more on this kind of data is trained, this Genie. Okay, so now someone asks, creating lesson with one click, and I mean it, just one click. And I have tried this video. I was at that time a bit young. I started at IMU. So I gave a video interview on open and distance learning for about 6 minutes. And I shared that YouTube video on a YouTube. And I use Roshi, R-O-S-H-I, or scan this QR code. This application, roshi.ai, just put that URL and you will be surprised. Generate all lecture material, keywords, assessment, and you could put in, I want 10 MCQ questions, I want open-ended question, I want fill in the blanks. Roshi can do that. Okay. Shadi Singh was also using ChatGPT, may know how to give more stress. Yeah, so this is, but actually we will learn, okay? We will learn. We will go more higher skill, level. So Roshi is another application. So let's move on because of time. This is the one which you remember the third or fourth slide. I generated image. So text to image, imagine art, A-R-T. Very powerful tool. Now, what Prof. Shahid and some of you are asking, like how we can use machine learning AI and NLP, natural language processing. So I use ChatGPT to generate prompt for Imagine for this application to generate images, because DALI and few other Mid-Journey, these are the applications which we go use for image generation. But I yet to try the latest version of ChatGPT can actually merge all these together in one application. Dr. Praveen, I am not familiar with nobase.ai. Anyone, if aware, please reply in the chat. Okay, so text to image, you try this. For 10 images per day is free to use. So every day you can use 10 images. And if you are really intensive, sign up with 2 emails. So you will have 20. And if you're really fan of this software, then you subscribe. Okay, pay some minimum amount, maybe $6 per month, and unlimited amount of images you could generate. Okay. Yes, this is a very powerful AI-enabled application to visualize your ideas or thoughts. So I have keyed in, this is actually a screenshot of I just keyed in mobile collaborative learner and imagine how they have generated the images, because I select images. You could generate even posters, infographics, presentations using this ideogram.ai. Okay. Those who are poet, if you have a poem in English, translate here and they will visualize. They will try create graphics. A very powerful tool, but again, depend on your prompt. Okay, ideogram, right? Let's move on. I'm checking some WhatsApp messages also coming in. Okay, right. I don't know how to pronounce this. Concur, maybe? A very powerful tool for generating assessments in a flash. Yes, I have tried just before this workshop. I've tried even a few weeks back also. Amazing. So the free version allows you with certain limitation, but if you really like, then you could subscribe. Yes. Any question? Thank you, sir. Very interesting. Okay. Let me mute the person. Okay, thanks. Okay, try this, Conquer, and amazing result. Very powerful, you could even generate rubrics to mark also. Now, Claude is another replica of ChatGPT, and it could generate sometime better results than ChatGPT. Okay, I have tried like drafting a blended learning workshop for medical education. Very nice. It generates very nicely, the flow, activities, but just 20% I need to modify and it's perfect. That is what like I was thinking almost, like, so these applications will verify the ideas. Are we going in the right path? This is what everything should be covered under certain topics or not. So if anything miss out, you could add and appreciate these tools. Okay, now this is another, this, if all other tools you forget, this you should not forget, okay? This is actually amazing. Like you could, 30 tools and every week they will add new tools. The last tool I tried was again generating a rubric for assessment. Amazing. I mean, sometimes we spend hours, and then during vetting time, another few hours more. But I think whatever you generate, get feedback from it. But again, if you're doing for high stake assessment, whatever you're sharing on these tools, students may have access. So that's the drawback. Until unless you really like this tool, then subscribe to it and make that condition or sign, agreement with them that whatever you're sharing, you won't be actually share with public. Okay. So this is what I did. And amazingly, I use this magicschool.ai. They have one feature from video, any video, it will generate questions. So this is the same video about ODL interview and it generates question and even results. And very nice, cool feature. They are telling me or telling learner that from which part to which part of the video you could go and listen or watch to get more detail about this. Amazing. With one click, I just copied the URL of YouTube, the YouTube URL up there. If you want to access your YouTube, its QR code is there, it generate, because I asked 3 questions, you can ask 10 questions. Okay. Removal. This sometime when we have what you call images, we have background. So we can use removal.ai. It's very nicely remove professional level, like normally those who are using Adobe Photoshop, they can do that level of removal of background, but with this software, AI enabled, free to use. I'm almost closing, like ending my session, just few more slides. I don't know what is this logo, Dr. Saida shared, okay, logo.com, right. Removal.ai is the tool which you could use to remove the background of any image. Okay, how many of you could recall this image? Please type in the chat. Thanks for amazing feedback. Okay, no worries. It's all because of all of you who were very active. 1 hour and 30 minutes for like 5 minutes for me, and we enjoyed a lot. Yes, so this is actually already decided in I think Howard University. They are going to replace one of their professor by this robot or avatar. Yes. So what they have done, a senior professor, whatever lectures they were having recording, they fed into that robot or chat GPT or generative AI algorithm. And just imagine 10 years of lecturing material, Q&A sessions, whatever they have recorded, fed into this. Who will perform better? A professor himself or a machine AI-enabled robot or avatar? What do you think? They yet to compare the results because Harvard University already is monitoring what would be the performance of cohort taught by this bot, AI-enabled, versus by all cohorts taught by professor, real professor, okay? So I have strong belief that this bot will overtake. Why? It's not alone machine, it's actually machine plus human. So when we combine, we marry these two nicely, we can achieve very good results. Alone machine cannot maybe take over us, then we will fight. And alone human also cannot sometime, perform better. So mix of these two can perform much better. Yes, yes. Nobody can replace original Professor or Prof. Munna, but what I'm trying to say, because sometimes we can't recall, the recalling with the passage of age, with your busy schedule, sometimes you can't actually recall. Yes, emotion, yes. They are trying, they are working to add emotions like in, I'm forgetting actually the bot, the humanoid, Saudi Arabia given nationality to that. Oh, so you see, I forget now. It was actually a Hong Kong based or Korean company. Yeah, Sophia, thanks. Yes, Sophia. So Sophia kindly, they are putting some emotions and all that. Okay. So let me conclude what we covered. We talk about introduction, how education actually evolving. To me, a white chalk, which we use, our professors, our use on blackboard is a tool because it solves some purpose. So don't use technology if you are doing perfect. If you have a challenge, you have some issues, and tool or technology can assist you solving that proper challenge, do use it and use it appropriately. We touch a difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning versus generative AI. And then I shared some of the applications. And now floor is open for Q&A. But before that, pedagogy is driver, what Prof. Shahid repeats many times. Don't let technology sit on driving seat. Technology is just accelerator, and you need to have a passion. And that is the gas for our vehicle to keep on moving. And this is a quote by Prof. Rozan Idrus, my guru in ODL, or technogogy. He's the one who gave this word technogogy framework, and he allowed me to use and share with others. So he said, e-learning will work for those who know how to make it, or I rephrase it, technology will work or tool will work for those. Technology is innocent. Don't blame the tool. If our pedagogy is wrong, technology, how hard, how sophisticated, how expensive technology, result will be still failure. Garbage in, garbage out. Okay, this is my YouTube channel. If you want to access recording of some of my talks, feel free to subscribe. And perfect code. Okay, and this is my blog, SlideShare, and I just replaced this X. It was Twitter handler. All this QR code, it will direct you to there. So now I'm open for question and answer session.
Asnan, it was a marvelous talk, as expected of an expert like yourself. This is Dr. Shivajedi thanking you on behalf of Sadiq International Virtual University. Every time you come and give a talk, we learn so much from you. And I promise in my next life, I'll be your student. There's so much to learn. I tell you, there's so much to learn from you every time. It's amazing. Anyway, so we've got a couple of, I need to summarize it because we've had so many questions and answers, there are plenty more will come. And I think what we'll do is we'll make it asynchronous. We'll upload it on the LMS system that Mubashir has developed for CVU. And people who want to interact with you, they can do it in their own time and whenever it's convenient to them. There have been wonderful teachers and scholars who have attended this talk, very seasoned professors like Ehsan Zaidi, who's a famous surgeon in St. Hilliers and Epsom now, and Professor Salma Kundi and many more. And I see a lot of names, Shahid, of course. The summary of your talk, as I understand, is that technology is running fast and reminds me of an essay that I read many years ago as a student by Charles Lamb, that fashion and the fashion followers, this is a fight between the hare and the hunter. So the technology is like the hare and we're hunting it. Technology will also always run faster. We'll never be able to reach it. But what is important is, like somebody said, that if you want to be successful in the future, you have to learn these technologies. Don't be scared of them. Do not be afraid of them. They're not here to take away your jobs or your positions, because human mind is irreplaceable. Couple of things I'd like to mention. and this is the question that I put to you and to all the others, that if you write a book, for example, and I'm in the process of taking a few sessions or picking up a few things from here, my suggestion would be that take the prompts from ChatGPT. Like, for example, if you're talking about care ethics, that just an example, take the prompts, take the headlines, if you like, and use your own words. Because, like you said, memory and recall has gone to the computers now. You don't have to think back what could be the thing that I have to think of. Okay. So, prompt, use the words, and then use your own words instead of taking the whole chapter. That's one thing. The second thing is, and this is a technical question which I should be answering rather than you, but since you are the expert, what is the ethical dilemma that comes with the publication of material using ChatGPT?
Okay, thanks, Prof. Shabi, always giving me chance to share and learn. That's actually a very great platform you have created. And just to tell you, as appreciation, wherever I go, even in Glasgow when I attended ME conference, people think I am working for SIVU. So I have to actually clarify. No, I am with IMU. But
Yes.
it's good to work with you, and great, people who join in sessions. So to answer your first question, treat AI tools as a teaching or research assistants. RAs. So you may have several RAs. You ask them, go to this website and I want you to summarize that article. I want you to do this. I want you to do this experiment. And then at the end, you are the one who will be writing the article. So same way, use these tools, but rephrase, rewrite, and summarize in your own way. And I think no issue in that. The second ethics you talk about, again, if you're talking certain countries, they are very strict. I would suggest, rather than like total blockade of these tools, we should actually come up with the guidelines. Like in certain countries, they allow you use, but if you're using it for assessment purpose, like you're sitting in assessment and you're using these tools, then you have to tell us. You have to tell the assessors or institution that I will be using that. Then we have to change the format. We should not be asking recall questions. We should be asking use tools and compare the result of these multiple tools, AI-enabled tools you used, and give us a critical analysis out of all these results, which one is best to you, according to you. So you are actually rephrasing your assignment. If you allow me, I can actually share. Let me see if it's open. Yeah, it's open. Can I confirm you're seeing that Word document?
Yeah,
Yes,
See,
yes.
this is what, if you are incorporating AI into assignment, so old assignment was watch. Now write an essay about ambiguity in the film. So new assignment will be, you rephrase, analyze, decide what problem the site will solve. So this is what I would suggest. And if you're using it for learning purpose, I think there's no ethical issues. Why we have to stop our learners getting access to all these wonderful algorithms? Let them learn. When it comes to assessment, and that's where it's a bit challenge. And the other scenario I shared while presenting, like if it's a performance evaluation and one of your employee uses generative AI enable applications to show boss that I can do better, and that's where the ethics will involve. Like we have to consider whether like assessment tools should be appropriate. That's what I would consider, in my opinion. But I think we may hear from you, because you are the ethics champion.
So no, I'm a student of ethics, not a champion. So there is this discussion that was floated on many chats when we were discussing about the act of, or the role of AI in emotional intelligence. Now, emotional intelligence is gaining a huge popularity these days, particularly in the UK. Diversity and emotional intelligence, they really are the major players. I feel that AI might not be that helpful in terms of emotional intelligence in cases like end care. For example, if somebody in the family is close to death and you have to decide whether the ventilator has to be switched off or not. Somebody said very rightly that it's more probably to show more empathy, but you don't need empathy there. There you need sympathy. And will AI substitute the human emotions? They are not. I fear not. I think that is where there will be limitations, that emotions, even though these new I recently I go to the British Library a lot, which is near King's Cross, Ashton Zedi knows it. So on the second floor is a floor now dedicated to the founder, the creator of the computers, Alan Turing. Now I go and sit there sometimes, you might see. So I meet a lot of people there and wonderful. So one day I was sitting there and I asked the same question, very senior bearded fellow, almost like Charles Darwin. I asked him this question, that what will be the emotional intelligence in AI? It's a very difficult question to answer because emotional intelligence, they've not been able to impart into the AI just yet. I don't know what you think.
No, I can't agree more what you are saying. Like, is look at it like even the terms you use, like emotional intelligence, right? And then
Yes.
artificial intelligence. So it's two different word, I would say, you know. But what I would predict, or I have a strong belief on computers and applications and the people developing these applications, like if we could have data of all the scenario just now you portrayed, like at the time of death, what family members think, what family members feel, and what they decide. I would suggest, and this is my opinion, like maybe not now, in 10 years' time, there will be a bot specialized in that kind of situation to calm the family members, to guide them. But again, we can't rely on machines because we can't blame them if they went in the wrong direction, you know. So they might assist us until unless we feed into that kind of scenarios, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So there's a new word that just came up in the chat, but humanoid robots.
Robots, yeah.
Yes.
Sophia,
So
Sophia is one of the example.
Yeah, I have a friend here who's not a doctor, but is a scholar par excellence. He's a philosopher. So we talk sometimes and discuss. He wrote an article about 5 years ago, which I'm about to publish in the encyclopedia. It's called Transhumanism.
Wow. Okay.
Transhumanism. This is 5 years ago. He predicted the time will come that robots, the mental level of robots, will be almost equal to the mankind, except they'll not be creative in nature. And my fear is this, I had a debate with him and many times I've had on the TV as well, that if the computers start multiplying, procreating and creating, can they take over the mankind?
Oh, yeah. This is what I was, when I started, I told you that the co-founder of ChatGPT resigned and now he's running. He's going now.
Yes, I heard that on Radio 4 this morning.
Yes, yeah.
He resigned and he's only 34 years old.
Yes. He's going to work on how to avoid what you just now mentioned, like creating a super computer or super algorithm which will take over, you know, everything. So he's going to avoid that because there is a chance. This is my limited knowledge and I might be wrong. Okay, I mean, those who wants to go, they can go.
Yes.
Somebody
We're
asked,
just chatting.
we are just asking and answering questions, you know.
Hasnan, I have a comment.
Yes.
First of all, thank you very much for your very enlightening talk. Incredible, as always. Prof. Zadi says, I don't have to say it more. But three things I would ask everybody to be aware of AI use. Number one, when it comes to cognitive domain, I'm sure AI mind is or the collections to guide you on your innovative and creative ideas. But when it comes to skills and effective domains, I think still you need coach, supervisors, gurus, right, to do that. Because psychomotor skills, and for example, in my training, I have learned a lot from surgery from Prof. Zaidi, Prof. Jalisi, Prof. M.H. Beg, and a bit of all. If I have to design my own, based on my own experience, something about psychomotor skills, I'll design something taking bit of all of these gurus and creating a new one would be something which I'll be passing on to my students, and they will be having their own, taking bit of mine. But that kind of psychomotor skills, dealing with humans for a long time, which these gurus have done and helped me to design my own, will take a long time. And I guarantee you, Prof. Zedi and me, that we are not going to see that era. Maybe the other generation may. The second thing, we are safe. Okay. The other thing is, the other thing is about the creating questions using AI. I tell you, I have been in one of the sessions where seasoned educators have been putting up the questions, and the questions asked to AI was a question and asked them to create MCQ format. So you best know which question will fit in the SEQ, SAQ, or assignment or MCQ. AI will not decide on that, but you compel him to produce, then you know what kind of answer I saw that, and I was amazed that that those questions was used. For example, two options about something, right? 1, 2. The third is all of it, and fourth is none of it. I mean, the questions become, the options become not really plausible for MCQ. It becomes so easy to answer, right? So don't create your question using AI without, AI will not understand which assessment tool are you intended to. The third thing is about the assignments. These days, if you give assignment to the students and you start marking them using a rubric, I tell you, sometimes they answer it more than the supervisors, right? In that case, don't trust that those answers have come alone. The educational integrity, right? Academic integrity will still has to be tested. Ask them to come and present. Then you have an open session with them, question answer. So this will confirm their assignment being done by them or being, I don't mind using the guidelines from the AI, but it shouldn't be submitted as such, right? So for assignment, it has become mandatory using a rubric as well as bring them to the rostrum and ask them to present and then open it for the peers and the supervisor evaluation. That would be my take. And I, in all assignment sites, I have been working hard with developing the rubrics. The rubrics have lost their colors as well when it comes to question being answered by AI. That's my comment. And thank you again, once again.
No worries. No worries. I think to just summarize, I will actually, very rightly, both of you, Prof. Shabi and Prof. Shahid, you have highlighted. I would consider that use AI-enable applications or tools as decision support systems. Let you be at decision-making seat. So they can feed into you. You could actually decide what would be the best, application of what results they have given. Yeah, so there's another question. Can we check if AI chat GPT was used in assignment as we have? Yeah, it's not always accurate. These plagiarism, actually, they are not plagiarism checker. They are similarity index. They just check how much word or text, how many words or how much text is actually similar available at another source. So you as a human examiners have to decide whether it's plagiarized or not. I give you another example. I'm writing blog. I post something on my blog, and it so happened that next following week there is assignment. The post exactly covers the assignment. I can copy my blog post. Similarity index will be maybe 100%, but that's my own blog. That's my own writing. So you can't consider that as plagiarism because that's my own work. No, I just reuse. So AI based this similarity checking softwares will be not 100% accurate. So I would say don't waste your resources by investing in those softwares, rather than improve your assessment by applying what Prof. Shah just now explained also. Rely on multiple assessment tools. Which is the best website for creating PowerPoint presentation? Oh, there are a lot. You can actually try beautify.ai also, and Gamma also. Even ChatGPT, the latest version, you can do that. Okay, and soon PowerPoint will enable this feature. Yeah, any other question? Yes,
Thank
Prof?
you, Hasnan. It's been marvelous. I think you have to come again, because we're starting this program in January and probably February or March, whenever you have time. Let us know, and Mubashir will get in touch with you. So I have to make a final announcement, and that the next week it'll be a session which will be a practical demonstration of cochlear implants done by Arun Zafarullah from Manchester and his team. They go to Pakistan. I started this in 2000, then I had to leave the country, but Arun and his team are carrying on. Cochlear implant, it'll be a practical demonstration of surgical cases in Pakistan that they've been doing for several years. So it'll be so what we're trying to do is that CB is trying to combine theoretical knowledge with skill-based, like workshops. Shahid has done many, and Sholeh has organized many from Iran, and we are now starting a program for nurses also. We'll have a meeting next Sunday. So next Saturday, mark your calendar. It'll be an equally interesting session, or the treatment of deaf children. It'll be fantastic, and that will be followed by a session by no less a person than Professor Azra Raza, the writer of The First Cell and the most prominent. And then, of course, Naveed is coming back next year. And we have so many. So it goes on. So far, we've done about 70 or 75 webinars of high level and workshops. So thank you, Asnan, and thank you, all the participants, very learned scholars. I just noticed Salma Kundi was there. Thank you, Salma, for coming on. Many other people. Thank you all.
Thank you.
We'll see you again. See you again next week on
Thank you for your
Saturday.
acknowledgement, Dr. Shabi. It's a pleasure seeing you and listening to you. And it was a beautiful session. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Allah bless all of you. And I hope you give us another one on Chat GPT.
We'll ask Hasnan to do it, and
No, I'm
Mubashir can also.
asking Hasnan.
Mubashir also is an expert, so we'll combine both of them, and we'll try to get another lecture. Thank you, Salma, and God bless you all until next week. Thank you again, Hasnan. Bye-bye.
Bless. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Hasnan.
Thank you so much. It was a great session indeed.
Of course.
And it is very much helpful, sir, because I want to share one thing. With the Class Plus platform recently, last month, I have developed an app of my own, Learnify by Dr. Sayyeda Salia Jafri, wherein I am designing short-term courses for UGPG students, some for the faculty. And recently, I've posted that from 20 to 27, 1 hour, 7-day course it is. It is on AI tools and platform. So really attending this session, it was truly a privilege. I got a lot of insight, a lot of new things I learned. Thank you so much.
Well, we are privileged to have you on in the learning sessions, but probably we'll learn from you as well in the future. So once again, thank you all. Thank you, Hasnan, and thank you, Shahid. Thank you, Salmat, and thank you all the participants, great scholars. Sholeh Bitili was there. God bless you all. Until next week. Bye-bye.